Hello students, welcome to the today's class. Today we will discuss one more important concept of second unit. So before that, we'll ask some questions if possible, try to give the answer. What is OOPS, object-oriented programming? Anybody can give the answer. What is object-oriented programming? Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody can give the answer. What is object-oriented programming? Okay. We have some concepts. If any language implements those concepts, then that language we can say object-oriented programming. And mainly the concentration on objects. And what is pure object-oriented programming? Everything defined as a object. So here almost we are defining as a objects. And now we have one concept that is we can pass the function to a function as a argument and as object. So even also we can return the value from function as a function values. That is also possible in Python. Here the main thing is I want to explain is we can pass the function as an object, as a argument to a function. That is what we can say functions as objects. Okay, I will explain this with an example. See here in this screen, that is what he is saying, that one of the most powerful feature of Python is that everything is an object. So we can define as a object, including functions, including a function. So one more name for this, we can say first class objects. If we pass the function as a object, then that we can say first class object. So it have a types. You know that integer, float, and so many different object types. We have a types means that these functions have a types can be sent as argument to another functions. That is what I am telling here. Can be used in expressions. We can use the function in a expressions. Can be become part of various data structures like dictionaries. Even also we can add as a data types in a data structure. In Python, functions are objects. See, just repetition. Functions are objects. Functions are first class objects. Functions are first class objects. I will explain this. We can program. You don't worry. Here is a one program is there. That program I will explain. Okay, here I am defining the function define, add, and x comma y, and it returns a return x plus y. One more function def sub of x comma y, return x minus. One more def apply. Function name is apply. Here func punch comma x comma y, a return func of return of x comma y, and here a is equal to apply of add comma 4 comma 5. Four comma 5. B is equal to S is equal to apply of sub comma 4 comma 5 same. Hmm? Okay, this is the function. Write a Python program to demonstrate functions as objects. Functions as objects. Here I written a one function which logic is adds the two numbers. Second one is subtract the one number from another number. Here our main concept. See this apply the functions. See here funce. This is the function, and x and y are the arguments. So it returns the function of x comma y. Here see what I am doing here. Here I am passing the add is what? Add is what?
Addition.
It is a function name. Add is what? It is a function name. Sub
Function name.
yeah. Sub is also function. We can pass. So it is so that is what the functions as object. Now these add and sub. See this function calls this with x and values are 4 and 5. See, I will change the content 7 comma 2. Okay, here what it does, and then I will print here. Print of a. Print of yes. A prints the addition of two values. Yes prints the subtraction values. See here the main thing is here a is equal to apply function, and here we are passing add comma 4 comma 5. So it's indirectly it calls this function. So it returns the values x plus y to this calling function, and now its value is 4 plus 5 is 9. It prints the 9, and here we are passing the function as a object, function as a argument. Function as a argument. It is a very simple. I will explain one more program. See here, don't be confused anything here. The simple thing that we are passing add is a function. We are passing it as a argument and also as a object of argument. So it is possible in Python. So what is the output of this program? I am telling you.
9-5.
9-5. It should be
9-5.
okay. Fine. See here the output is 9-5. So one more important. It is a very simple program. I explained. Now again I will go through this some concepts. See here, have a types can be sent as argument to another function. See here, can be sent as argument to another function. What we have done this one. Yeah, already one more. Very interesting. Already I run this one. Yeah. This program is very interesting program. Here, functions as objects. Where write a Python program to demonstrate function as objects. See here. Here we are using very important concept. We are using a mathematical function, so that is why we are importing using the import space path. See, this is very important logic. Here we are defining one function. Function name is apply to each. Here L is a list, F is a function. See, in this program, here L is a list. I defined a list in further code of the program. F is a function. I will explain what are the functions I used. And here the for loop I in range. Range we are using to find the length of the length function we are using to length of the list. And here L of I is equal to F of L of I. See what it does, each element of the list is converting according to the function. According to the function. See how. Carefully listen this one. It is very important. See here. L is what? I am telling you that L is a list. And what are the elements of L? Elements of the list is 1 minus 2, comma 3.33. This is the list. Okay. Here what I am doing here, printing the L. L is equal to L. Now here the important thing is here print apply abs. Abs means absolute function to each element of L. So it is possible in Python. See how to do that one. Already we defined a function and see just you pass the list and function name. See what it does? It applies the each element of list as it becomes absolute values. Here apply to each. Here we are passing the L is a list we are passing. Abs, ABS is absolute is a built-in function. So we are passing that one. What it does, it is applying to each element of list L. So see now what it prints here. It prints what? All the elements of list now becomes absolute value. So because of by applying this one, all the values of all the elements, all the data of list becomes absolute value. See now the previous the defined values are 1 minus 2 3.33. Absolute value means now it is everything is positive values. I hope you know this one. Okay, fine. Let it be. Second one. Here, apply int to each element of L. Means that make each element of a list into integer. How to do that one? Apply to each. So here we are passing a list again with int. Int is again integer type. Integer. So all the elements of the list becomes integer. So now here it prints the integer. So okay, let it be. I will ask the question. The next one is here apply factorial to each element of L. So each element of list we are making as a factorial of that number. See, L is a list. Max dot factorial means that each element of list returns the factorial of that number. See, now tell me the one by one. See, in first printf statement, what is the output? What is the output? Anybody? Yeah, that is,
33.
yeah. Here
33.
no. 1 comma -2 comma 3.33. This one, this printf. And now this printf, what is the output of this printf?
1, 2, 3, 33.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 33.
Absolute values. Good, very good. 1, 2, 3.33 absolute values.
33.
Yeah. 3 point. See, now what is the output of these values? Output of these values? Integer. This printf statement. 1, comma 2, comma 3. Sorry. -2 belongs to the integer. No. -2, comma 3. Not 3.33. It is not an floating point. Integer only. Understood? This third.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the last output, it should be, then we can say this concept is correct. See, factorial of 1 is how much? Factorial of 2 is 2. Factorial of 3 is 6. Hello, don't disturb me. See, just check it out now. These are the output. I am telling you. Can I run this one? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will run this one. See here, first, as usual, the second one is here. Apply to each element of the absolute value 1, comma 2, comma 3.33. See, apply to int 1, 2, 3. See the outputs. See the output of both this one. So see how important this one. How important this one? Have you understood this? This one.
Sir,
Tell me.
the integer -2 also integer, sir, but in output only 2 is there.
It is 2, only 2 is giving now. Apply to int
Yes, sir.
each element of 2 minus 2 each element int only it is giving the positive value. Just wait. Just I will apply the float. Then I will check this one. Float 1.02.0. It is making a positive. Taking only positive. Even the float also it is taking a 2.0. Okay, I will check that one. Okay, actually it should. Hey, who is that? Okay, well, I will check that one. You don't worry. But see here, the integer values means 0 to positive and 0 to negative value, no?
Yes, sir.
So it's -2 also comes here. But even the if I am converting float also, it is coming only the positive value. It is taking positive value. Just check it. But the whatever I am concept I am explaining, it is correct. Means that we are passing the function, and this function is applying each element of list, each element of list. So that is the result. That is the result. See, some drawbacks may be there, but the thing is that in other two cases, absolute and factorial, it is giving correct. No, see, I will check Fibonacci also. Print apply apply Fibonacci to each element of L. Apply to each L, comma, don't know what is the function name. Fibonacci or fib. I don't know the function. For absolute ABS, we know. For factorial, math dot factorial, we know. Just check it out. Print. L is equal to factorial only accept integral value. Only factorial accepts Fibonacci. Only factorial accepts integral value.
Sir, put math dot Fibonacci.
Yeah, I checked that one, it should come automatically. If it is there, MATH dot, automatically the see here should come. Cos sina cos degrees exponential. Just see, I will check the exponential. This. See one more function we have, exponential values. More. Wrong. Apply factorial बरोबर ना ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ See, it's due to some factorial only accept integral value. Value error.
Sir, remove -2 from the list and then check.
Before what got no? But it must. No, it is not a problem. Previously we got it.
Sir, just change that 3.33.
Wait,
Put it
wait,
whole number.
int what only int it is taking. Just check it out. I converted it to okay now. Only it is third by checking purposely here what I have done this thing. I was making the floating points too. I applied as a floating point, but it is asking the integer values. It is finding the factorial of a integer value only. So understood this one? See, it is correct now. Okay, now I will check the Fibonacci. We got it, that one. Exponential. Factorial. Mode F sum. GCD. But close it baneta. Index log mode not number of one. Okay, power. See, I will apply one more function. Now it is okay na? Except that -2. I will check that one. See here, the each element it makes a power of that number. Just I will check this one whether takes exactly two. Okay, only we needed two arguments because in the list we have three arguments, so it is not applies. Fib, just fib is not available in the list. So anyhow, I will check this one. Math has no attribute fib. So in this Fibonacci, let's check it out. Okay, fine. We'll consider only those lists available in the function. See here, the main the concept I want to explain is like other variables, function is also we can assign to we can assign the value to the variable. So like we can return the value from the functions. Like that we can also pass the argument to the function. Like even function we can also pass as a argument. We can return the values from the function, which function, and also we can also assign the function values to the function. So this is the important concept I want to explain in the. You may get the question, this question especially, because this question, this program from the prescribed textbook. So this whatever this program is there, no, it is very very important. So any question on this functions as objects? Today's class. Now I will conclude this one. So almost I covered the second unit. Almost even I explained about cloning. Today I explained functions as objects, and I explained tuple and list, dictionaries, set. These are all structured types comes in the second unit. So next class I will go through the third unit. So if you have any questions, then before that I will send some questions on this second unit, and first unit 2-3 concepts I have left. So if possible before start the third unit I will complete that also. So any questions on this concept? And I have been telling you that to write a notes, and somebody is thinking that it is irritation for you. Not like that. It is not an irritation. You can do it very easily. Then simply you are taking it is as a burden, and you have some what I can say your seniors. Or other somebody's views on your head, like why we need to write the assignment simply. So it is a matter of 1 hour timing to write assignments.